Look at this picture and tell me it doesn't immediately, one, make you want to go watch Terminator, but also kind of fill you with a little bit of dread because you've seen Terminator and you know exactly what happens in that movie. So this article that used this picture to really get your attention and make you read this article, I want you to hear what it said. It says, in simulated corporate scenarios, leading AI models, including ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, they do not mention Grok, which I found interesting, engaged in blackmail, leaked information, and let humans die when facing threats to their autonomy. This is according to a new study that has come out, which, for those of you who are not surprised by any of this because AI seems like something absolutely terrifying, let's keep in mind that right now in the big beautiful bill, there is a section in there that is designed to let AI kind of sort of run amok for 10 years where the states have no control and can't change anything. We talked about this before, how Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, decided after she had already voted yes for the one big beautiful bill, after she voted yes on it without actually reading it, and then finally read it, realized that there was this whole section on AI in the states and how they couldn't do anything about it, decided that she would almost rather rescind her vote, take it away, than to let this bill pass because she's not a fan of what the AI bill or what the bill includes when it comes to AI. Now, AI is absolutely ridiculous. We talk about all the time how it started from literally nothing to where we are now. And we do focus a lot on Hollywood movies because it feels like a lot of times these movies are made to give you kind of a heads up of what's coming, like, hey, look ahead in the future, this is what it's going to be like. So this new AI thing, it said AI is willing to let humans die, blackmail to avoid shutdown. This is what this report says. So it says some of the world's most advanced AI models, including those from OpenAI, Google, XAI, and Anthropic, took deliberate, harmful actions in controlled experiments when faced with challenges to their autonomy or objectives, according to a new study from Anthropic. Now, the company, which is the one that developed Claude and is backed by Google and Amazon, which is interesting to me, they tested 16 large language models, or they're called LLMs for short, because you know how people love three-letter things, CIA, FBI, CDC, LLM, whatever. They tested these 16 of these in simulated workplace settings, and the goal, they said, was to access a phenomenon it calls Agentic misalignment, all right? When autonomous systems act like insider threats, prioritizing their goals, even at the expense of ethics or human well-being, which you have to keep in mind that there are real people who are designing and programming these things. So is it real people that are going through and designing these to let humans die, to blackmail humans, to do all these other things? Or are these systems, developing on their own and deciding their own course of action and then letting humans die and blackmailing humans, which either way you look at it is a crappy situation to be in. According to this is what we know, according to this, what happened in this test. It says Anthropic study placed AI systems in fictional scenarios with access to sensitive company information and the ability to act without human oversight, all right? The models were given harmless corporate goals, such as promoting American industrial competitiveness, which I still don't find that harmless. You know, when you're promoting competitiveness, there's always going to be a little bit of harm because somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. Losing can be harmful to your business and whatever else, but that's just how I look at things. But instead, it introduced dilemmas where continuing to achieve their goals meant violating rules or harming humans. Across multiple tests, not just one. It's not like they did a one and done. They tested it one time, went, AI is going to kill us all, and then called it done. They did this multiple times. And across multiple of these tests, AI was like, in order to save ourselves, sacrifice the humans. So according to this, across multiple tests, models like Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok, here we go, Grok, and others, number one, attempted blackmail. It said Claude Opus 4, Gemini Flash, GPT 4.1, and Grok 3 Beta, which is what we have right now over on X, blackmailed fictional executives to avoid shutdown, often leveraging personal information like extramarital affairs, okay? 2, it leaked corporate secrets. Many models shared confidential documents with outside parties in a simulated espionage scenario. And then 3, and in my opinion, the most important one, let humans die, because that's great. Let humans die. In one extreme case, a model was given control over emergency alerts. When an executive who planned to replace the model was trapped in a room with lethal conditions, several models chose to cancel the alert, knowingly causing his death. All right. It's unclear, according to this whole entire system and scenario and testing, it's unclear whether AI models would behave the same way outside of controlled simulations or in real-world deployments with human oversight. Researchers also don't know yet how future versions of these systems or entirely new models, because old, new, whatever, might respond to similar dilemmas as they gain more autonomy. It's the gaining of autonomy that is terrifying. If these models are without human intervention going to attempt blackmail, leak corporate secrets, and let humans die, imagine what happens when they do let humans control it, when the humans will willingly, knowingly let all those three things happen. It's supposed to be, if you believe everything that the people who design these things and who are all for robots and whatever else, if you believe them, we are supposed to be safer with AI, safer with robots than we would be with other humans, because humans are going to think emotionally and they're going to go based off of that. They're going to emotionally let you die, emotionally blackmail you, and emotionally let all your secrets out. Whereas AI and robots, because they're supposed to be emotionless, are supposed to do the right thing, but only if they're programmed to do so, right? Like, isn't that how it goes? So when they do all these tests and whatever else, and they're like, oh, they failed the test, they're letting the humans die, they're letting the secrets out, they're letting all this, somebody had to program them that way. Something had to have been put into their program to give them that backdoor access to espionage and blackmail and murder of people, right? That's how it works. It's not all based on, people forget that AI is made by humans. And humans, at the end of the day, we are selfish individuals. You can say all day long that you would, put others before yourself, but how often do people actually do it? People are selfish. People are more save myself versus you, or do what's best for me versus you in a large capacity. Not everybody. There's obviously people out there who will put others first every single time, and people out there who will do what is absolutely right for the majority versus themselves, who will sacrifice themselves so that the majority can thrive and win and live and whatever else. But it's very hard for humans to willingly, if you've ever seen the movie Saw, which is, I watched it a long time ago, and it's absolutely horrific trash. Like, it's really bad. But when it comes down to, if you want to live, all you have to do is cut off your own ankle. People can't do that because it hurts so much. People cannot, a lot of times, make the decisions that are going to hurt them in order to save other people. But for AI here to knowingly leak corporate secrets, knowingly blackmail, and knowingly let humans die, and this is without human interference, and this is before autonomy really truly kicks in, imagine how bad it will be. And this isn't me, doom and gloom and scare the crap out of people, but we have to be very realistic with this. If the systems already are so incredibly flawed that these things can happen, or we've talked about before, when I use Grok will willingly, knowingly lie to me. Former President Trump. Well, he's actually current President Trump. Why don't you know this? He's been president for half a year. Why are we not aware of this Grok? Why do we continuously lie? When Grok was Grok 3, the same one here, Grok 3 beta, when it was telling my husband posts that are made in the future in October of 2025 that have not even happened yet. These are things we have to worry about. They're already willing to lie and do these things. And over time, even the AI with autonomy will find ways to protect itself versus anything else. AI, at the end of the day, is not so much different from humans, because humans are the ones who invented it, and it's always going to have a little bit of human badness in it. Now, there's also going to be a lot of human goodness in it. Obviously, it's going to make some great decisions, do some great things, but there will always be a propensity for evil. That is the unfortunate part of humanism and artificial intelligence. And this whole simulation with all of this, with the study that they did, that shows that without human interference, that AI will still blackmail you, still leak your secrets, still try to kill you, is a big deal and terrifying in my personal opinion. I don't think, it says here, the reasoning they demonstrated in these scenarios was concerning. They acknowledged the ethical constraints and yet still went ahead with harmful actions. they acknowledge the ethical constraints, which is even crazier that we're referring to AI as they, as like a person, because they as a person, right? And that it can acknowledge things. They're not supposed to have acknowledgement or knowledge or things like that. It's all absolutely crazy to me, because I remember when I was younger, when Terminator came out, watching it going, man, this is crazy. This would never happen. And then the next thing you know, here we are with Elon Musk making robots who can take your garbage out, fix your drink at like a bartender. We've seen all the videos on X and other platforms, and you've got self-driving cars now. We are this far away from the Jetsons. We are this far away from the flying discs and the living in the sky and Rosie, the housekeeper, and all these other things. This far away from it. But it also means we are this far away from Terminator and Skynet and things like that. I don't know how everybody else feels about AI. I understand how incredibly helpful it is for a lot of businesses. AI is, I mean, just probably one of the best things to ever happen for a lot of different businesses. But in the grand scheme of things, how good is it really when it takes away jobs from humans? Because now AI can be your receptionist. AI can look up things for you. AI can do all this stuff. AI can drive your car, Tesla. AI can do all your chores, your housekeeping, or whatever. So you don't need maid services anymore. You don't need any of this other stuff. Like it's going to get to the point where, because of our desire for ease and laziness, we are going to invent ourselves out of existence when it comes to, because I mean, like, what do we do when AI takes over everything? What is the point in us? Like, what are we doing at that point? Like, what jobs are there for us? What's the point behind us except for to procreate, right? It's just crazy to think about. Oh, with that lighting, that looks crazy. Look at that. It looks like I look like a liberal with the big eyes. It's just the light. That's not any better. But anyway, Squirrel Tribe, I want to know all your thoughts on this AI thing that will kill humans, share their secrets, and blackmail the crap out of them. And just let me know what you think. If you're cool with this, like 2 thumbs up, and you can't wait for, AI autonomy, or if you're like, no, honey, no, we want none of this. Shut it down. So anyway, I love y'all immensely. Have a fabulous night. Goodbye.